Yo, yo, what's going on, fellas? Happy morning to you. Hopefully your Friday's off to a good start. Hopefully your weekend's off to a good little start. What's the weather like in your neck of the woods? What do we have going on in Chicago? We mentioned on yesterday's show, 5 to 8 inches were going to come down. Yeah, the weatherman got that one pretty right so far because drove the kids to school this morning, and that's probably already a couple inches on the snow. It's kind of fun driving to school. I'm from Virginia. We don't get snow. Definitely don't get to drive often in snow, so just to feel the car getting a little loose, as a little NASCAR term, and getting a little squirrely, I like that feel. So enjoyed that ride to school this morning. Can't wait for the kids to get home and go out and build some snowmen. And not sure what the weather's like, but it looks like it's, maybe it's not snowing everywhere, but damn sure looks like everybody's getting hit with some of these cold, frigid temperatures in Chicago. We're still about 30. We get that cold weather tomorrow. So it's going to be a good weekend. What we're saying is it's going to be a good weekend just to hang on inside the house, watch your soccer, watch your football, your basketball, enjoy all your sports, and hopefully put some money in your pocket here on Money Making Weekend, and appreciate you guys. Let's go ahead and dive on into the action. Obviously, as you guys can imagine, a really big show on tap today. We got a recap yesterday and then talk about Money Making Weekend, all headlined by NFL playoffs. Let's not try to hide from it. It's NFL playoffs. It's finally here. Let's get on into it, boys. We don't get to ring the cash register in the Super Cup. Barcelona versus Osasuna. Both teams to score. I watched it. I could sit here and piss and moan about the chances Osasuna had that didn't go. But, that's kind of soccer, right? They're going to miss more chances than they make. It's just the nature of the sport. Man, they did have this one, though, in the second half. It was a really good worked play. They kind of hit Barcelona a little bit on the counter. I know I've ranted about this before, but it just shocks me how professional athletes that are right or left-footed can't kick with their alternate foot. This guy had a shot on his right foot, and because he's left-footed, he tries to stop it, pull it back, and the defender knew he was going to do that and took the ball easily right off his foot, and we get nothing out of a great counterattack. It's like, come on, just hit it with your right foot, dog. Give me something. Shit, he didn't do a damn thing. So frustrating, really frustrating, but, that's how it goes sometimes. And then you guys know Mike, he was in the comment section yesterday. He's in the comment section from time to time. He's like me. He's kind of a tennis guy. He put out a couple plus money plays. I was a little frustrated that Osasuna couldn't get the goal, so I went ahead and tailed his tennis parlays yesterday there in the qualification there for Australian Open. As you can see, the women came through a little two-legged parlay. The men on a three-legged parlay got tripped up. Classic. Got tripped up by one leg. Got classic, too. It got tripped up by the last leg, so it gave you a little bit of hope. So turned a little bit of profit there in tennis. Love to see that right there. Appreciate you there, Mike. And then obviously gave a little bit back there in the soccer play. So down on the week, a little about 2 units. Good week there for arbitrage money. Holy hell. We got a good week there in arbitrage money. Gonna have some fun. We've already got multiple free bets, fair amount of arbitrage money. Let's go have ourselves earning free bets, though, last night. That was a little bit of a pain. Remember those couple same-game parlays and Suns versus Lakers? Did you guys tail those? I gave up after the first quarter in terms of tracking, but 2 same-game parlays, 4 player props, and 2 game picks. All 4 player props hit. Some of them were shit done in the first quarter. Bradley Beal over 1.5 made 3-pointers hit in the first quarter. He ends up the game with 8. Both game props missed. The full game under missed by a fair amount. The first quarter under missed by the hook. Brutal. Almost so close to getting that one right on FanDuel and putting some money in our pocket. But we got tripped up, but we earned free bets. So we'll take another shot at the apple this week. Hope you guys are doing well. Let's head on to the comment section. Then we got to start just cranking out bets across the various sports. So let's jump on into it. Let me know what's going on. Taylor, freezing temps. Hey, but no snow. That's the worst. If you're going to give me the cold, give me the snow to come along with. At least that's how I feel. That's how the kid in me feels. I like to go out and have some fun in snow. Don't give me that cold without the snow. That's not right. So, all right, Taylor, stay inside, man. Hopefully you were able to bounce back yesterday. Maybe I'll get to that comment later on. But whether you bounce back or not, we're still going to get it again today, man. Oh, yeah, we enjoying it. We enjoy kids. Kids were excited this morning driving into school. They were excited. Our school actually talks a big game. They send the email out the night before. They're like, just to remind you, doesn't matter what the weather's like. We go outside, so bring your mittens, your hats, your snow pants, blah, blah, blah. Our 2-year-old gets dropped off at the roof of this school because he starts his day at recess while the other kids start inside doing schoolwork or whatever. Classic. We get to school this morning, and they're not going on the roof because it's too windy. Windy. We live in the Windy City. But it's not windy around. It's literally the Windy City. It's windy outside. Talk this big-ass game about going outside, then you don't do it. Owen was ready. He was snow panning up. Don't do that. He cried a little bit. Poor little kid. I'll take him out today, though. Morning, Bill. Morning. Morning, Bill. How you doing, man? How you doing? You see how I'm doing, man. I'm ready for this weekend. I'm taking this to Michigan, too. I'm going to take this thing to Michigan and wear it for the game. It'll look like it. Looks like it's snowing in western Illinois. I don't know what an SO... Oh, snowing like an SOB. Son of a bitch. Snowing like a son of a... It's snowing... Yeah, it's snowing pretty good out here, too. It's doing the true, like, Chicago horizontal snow because it's windy out there. I give him credit. It is windy. Morning, Jet. Nice to see you again, my man. Hopefully everything went well with you yesterday, my man. Hopefully everything went well. Morning, Brian. Morning, man. Hit a banger of a parlay last night. Love to see that. Sorry, mine couldn't quite come through, but you put together a great one. 3-day weekend. Oh, that reminds me here. Going to put on my sweatpants, chair, and a recliner position. That sounds pretty damn comfy right there, Corey. Thank you, actually, for bringing up the 3-day weekend. We had a babysitter lined up for Monday. And then 2 days ago, she texted us and told us she got COVID. So we're scrambling a little bit to find some babysitters, obviously, so I can do the show. That's obviously where I'm going with it. So I think we're going to have a babysitter for Monday, but as of right now at 10 a.m., it's not set in stone. So I would say I'll just communicate it on Monday morning on Twitter if we're able to do the show. Hopefully we can get in here and do the show. I'll let you know Monday morning. And obviously, if I can't do the show, we'll let you know. So I think every school system across America gets off MLK Day. So no big surprise that the kids are out. But we had babysitter lined up. That's the frustrating thing. And then COVID hit, so that's the way it is. So I'll let you guys know on Monday. But I want to be like you this weekend. I plan on being like that on Sunday. Saturday, I'll do the birthday. I'll do the father-in-law, 75th birthday. I'll play along. Sunday, 3 NFL games, and I done missed both on Saturday. Nah, I'm going to be like you, Corey. What's up, Tim? Morning, my man. Top of the morning to you, my man. Top of the morning to you. Adrian, my man, you'll be in Springfield for work. That's too cold for a Cali guy. Yeah, you're going to freeze your ass off, dog, coming from California. I mean, next week, Adrian, I'm showing highs of 3, 2, -1. Oh, 17. Get a warm front coming through. Yeah, 3, 2, and -1. I don't know exactly what days you're going to be here, but bring that coat, man. It's going to be chilly. It's going to be real chilly. Yeah, Adrian's the Red Bull guy. He's the guy that drives around delivering the Red Bull. I think more to like convenience stores and like grocery stores, but I don't really know. But yeah, he's the Red Bull guy. He's the one firing us up every morning, feeling okay but nervous. It's going to be Baker Mayfield might crush your soul on Monday night. Don't let that damper your weekend, dog, because you just said it right there. It's Monday night. Go enjoy your weekend. Have some fun. And then stress and worry about that. I hear you. I feel you. I've been there. We've all been there, stressing and worrying about our teams. But put that aside. Enjoy your weekend. Worry about that. And that's a legit worry because I'm not going to give out any plays for Monday Night Football today. But Monday, hopefully we're in here doing the show, I may give out something pro Bucks because I hear you. You have a legit reason to be nervous. Eagles are just free falling, and I think the Bucks have they got the right formula to beat the Eagles. So we'll see. Plenty of time to continue turning over the research on that game. Which Eagles team shows up, that's always important. Red Bull, nice. I thought I remembered that. Yeah, that's always the tug and pull, right? Heart versus wallet. Let's dive on into giving out some plays on this great Friday, boys. Ooh, somebody gave me a thumb down. You see that? That person is not going to have a good weekend. That's not the guy I want to drink beers with. All right, boys. AFCON. Here we go. Blindly betting this shit. You guys know about it. We've talked about it. We already 1-0 so far. We'll call it because we hit that friendly there the other day in that Tunisia match. So we'll kick it off. Ivory Coast kicks off the entire tournament Saturday afternoon, followed by 3 games on Sunday. Monday's matches will be tweeted sometime Sunday. I'll go ahead and give you those. As kind of Corey said, and I kind of talked about it as well, you kind of got to get creative. There's one that it's like, are you going to do the under 1.5 at plus money? Are you going to bump it to 2.5 at minus 260 and then tack on another one? That's probably the play. Well, we got time to decide for that. For now, we'll go ahead and roll with the 4 games that are over the course of the weekend and blindly take under the 2.5 in every single one. Not to be outdone is the championship there in England. We talked about Hull versus Norwich. In fact, those games are today. That's why I decided to break them out for you. We'll go ahead and put a unit and a half on that game, over 2.5 and both teams will score, and then a half unit there on the first half over. We talked about those 2 games, or those 2 plays, I would say, yesterday. Let's do it over there at Huddersfield versus Plymouth. Plymouth is one of those teams we hit over the holiday break. We did an over 2.5. Number 1 team in the championship of cashing the over, Plymouth. Love them. Love Huddersfield at home contributing to that. It was at minus 150. If you're comfortable playing minus 150, and I know I've got a minus 160 play there on the screen, so I'm not uncomfortable at minus 150, but it's soccer. I don't do minus 150s for an over in soccer. And I like the over 2.5 there in Ipswich for Sunderland. So I'll just bump that down to 1.5 just to get my juice a little bit better there on that Plymouth play. And that'll get me at plus money over there at Caesars. And then add on a couple more plus money or over 2.5 plays there. You got West Brom taking on Blackburn. They're in the top 3 in the championship in terms of cash in the over. And Rotherham versus Stoke. Those stats are like bang on. There's a reason that one's at plus money. But I think with what Stoke can do on the road, we'll push that one over. So I'll take a stab at the plus money price at over 2.5. Let's keep it rolling, boys. Let's head on over to Turkey now, where we've got a couple over 2.5s we want to play. Got tripped up by the Turkish league. Don't do that to us this weekend, boys. Stats look really great in these 2 games. So we'll go ahead and bet them accordingly. Minus 115 and plus 105. One game early Saturday morning at 4:30 in the morning. And the other one's a little bit better there on Sunday afternoon. You guys watched that Super Cup like I did those past 2 days. I tell you what, Real Madrid was far and away better. Far and away better than Barcelona. Obviously, you got to take competition, into account. But I was way more impressed with Real Madrid than what I was with Barcelona yesterday. I think Real Madrid's certainly gonna win. They're going to be the Super Cup champions. But I'll just take to score 2 goals. Look, Osasuna should have had a goal yesterday, to be fair. Real Madrid is not going to let Barcelona off the hook. Vinicius and Rodrigo and Bellingham and the boys are absolutely going to punish Barcelona if they make those same kind of mistakes. So at plus money for 2 goals, I really, really like this one. I can't really think that probably is a both teams scoring over 2.5, but did you watch yesterday? Like, Barcelona's not a great team. Yeah, they got 2 goals. They get the second goal really late in injury time when Osasuna was really pushing for an equalizer. That game's basically 1-0. They didn't have all that great chances. Lewandowski really didn't even look that great. I'm just backing Real Madrid. I've seen these 2 teams play on back-to-back days, and Real Madrid was by far the better team. So I'll take their team total there in the Super Cup. So that'll do it for me in terms of the soccer weekend. We do have Premier League, as we mentioned yesterday. Burnley, Luton. I don't know, sitting here at 10:14 in the morning, I can't quite get to that over. I can't quite get to that over in Burnley and Luton. Chelsea versus Fulham, I kind of like both teams to score. I kind of like the over 2.5. I kind of like Fulham plus 1.5. I definitely like Fulham plus 1.5, but some of these lines that I'm just kind of throwing out are juicy. So then you get the other match there on Saturday is Newcastle versus Man City. I mean, 4 of the last 5 have seen both teams to score no. 3 of the last 5 have seen Man City keep a clean sheet. The other fixture that wasn't a both teams to score no was a 3-3 game. It's at St. James's Park, so we like Newcastle at St. James's Park. But De Bruyne is back. Doku's back. City's about to clean it up, and the City's about to go on a run because now with De Bruyne back, they can sit back a little bit and keep Rodri back without having to get him up forward to contribute, in the offensive play. With De Bruyne back, they can kind of sit. So I actually think they're going to get a little bit better on the defensive end with De Bruyne back as well to go along with obviously being better on the offense. So I don't know. Maybe I'll cook up a play tonight, tomorrow, but as of right now, I can't get into Chelsea, Fulham, or Newcastle versus Man City. And Sunday, what do you got? Everton, United. Yeah. And then there's one other game, but Villa, I think. But I don't know. Just no plays as of right now. No plays right now in the Premier League. So we'll just kind of leave it right there. Let's go ahead and throw up some NFL stuff. Let's keep it rolling, boys. I'm fired up. Keep it rolling. Jerome Ford of the Cleveland Browns under 45.5 rushing yards taking on the Houston Texans. Ford has stayed under this line in 10 of 17 games so far this season. We just saw these 2 teams hook up not too many weeks ago, and he got 15 carries in that game. You think 15 carries, effed. I got 25 yards. That's because the Texans are the 6th best team in the NFL against the run, but they rank 23rd against the pass. Go take those pass and run stats from a defensive perspective from the Texans and go look at the box score from a few weeks ago when these two teams hooked up. The Cleveland Browns said, yeah, they are awful at defending the pass, but are really good defending the run, and their game plan showed it. Flacco had a hell of a day. Obviously, there was no C.J. Stroud, so maybe the Texans will be better. So that could maybe even help the Browns and even passing more to maybe keep up with an improved Texans offense with C.J. Stroud, under the helm. So it's just attacking the defense in terms of strength and weakness. Really good rush defense. Again, this guy stayed under in 10 of 17 to begin with. I'll go and take Jerome Ford under 45.5 rushing yards. Bills Mafia is going to pick up the win. I really like Josh Allen over 1.5 passing touchdowns, plus 130 over FanDuel. Steelers defense, great versus the run, only allowing half a touchdown per game. You can't be good at both, and subsequently their secondary takes a little bit of a hit. They give up 1.3 passing touchdowns per game, 65-mile-an-hour winds, and a lot of snow is what we're now predicting there in Buffalo. So I can't predict that one. But whatever happens and however the conditions will be, Bills Mafia will come out on top. So I'll take that money line and parlay it with a little bit of a teased over there in Rams Lions over 47.5 points. As you can see right there, a little tease that over down a little bit with Bills money line minus 120 over at Caesars. Let's keep it going, boys. You can get a risk-free same-game promo over on FanDuel for Saturday's football games. I'm going to go ahead and do this Dolphins versus Chiefs games. I like the Chiefs in the cold weather going up against a team from Florida. I'll take the Chiefs there on the money line. And then you start looking at the stats, and while I know these teams played in, was it Germany? It was Germany. Maybe it was England, but I think it was Germany. Travis Kelce didn't have a big day. But you look at the stats, and they struggle. You're talking about a bottom 10 team in defending the tight end position. So, tip the hat. They were able to stop him in Germany. Can they do it again? So I'll take Travis Kelce over his receptions. I'll take Travis Kelce to get a touchdowns, and I'll tease that over down. I know it's going to be windy. It's going to be cold, but that's it. It's windy and cold, and not crazy windy, and it's just gusts. So I think there's going to be points. Bad defenses, quite frankly, and good offenses. So I'll go ahead and take the over, and obviously that's the teased over as well. And if that loses, of course, that's the same game parlay. We'll go ahead and get our cash back on that one. All right, as of now, boys, that is all we got. That's all we got. That's all we're going to roll over the soccer weekend. Of course, the various leagues may look to add some Premier League to it. Couldn't quite get around to that Bayern Hoffenheim game today. I mean, they want you to go all the way to over 4.5. Even 3.5 is juicy. I'm not betting 5 goals in a soccer game, especially when you go look at the head-to-head, and that hasn't hit in the last 4 head-to-heads between Bayern versus Hoffenheim, and you got the whole league coming off of their winter break. Maybe I just take the whole week off from the Bundesliga and let the league get their legs back up under them. I'm not doing over 4.5. No way in hell am I getting there. That's a game where I hope to be watching. I hope it's 0-0, and I can live bet a first half over if Bayern is on it at home and, for whatever reason, a goal just hasn't come. Look for me on Twitter to live bet the over in that one. That's got my interest. That's how I can bet that game because everything's just too juicy. Which I don't quite understand it. The stats don't really back it up. The head-to-heads don't really back it up. So I'll just kind of sit back and see if we can't get a live play in on Bayern versus Hoffenheim. Game is at 1:30, I believe. So that's how we'll do it. All right, boys. That's all we got. Texans and Dolphins. I'm with Ross. It was Ross the other day that said he put a couple of units on the Browns money line. I like the Browns. I actually like the Browns. I think that defense will hold up. Offense is certainly good enough. Flacco, I think he's a good quarterback, and you saw it a few weeks ago. He really attacked that secondary, had a monster game there. They went after that secondary that ranks 23rd in the NFL. I expect them to do it pretty heavily, and again, I like their defense. So I like Browns, Chiefs. I like opposite of that. MGM doesn't even have the AFCON game, only futures. Really? Interesting. Really? That's interesting. All right, hold on. Let me just see. Again, I never doubt anybody, but that seems weird. Wow. Okay. Not betting the AFCONs on MGM, I guess. Interesting. Wonder why they don't have it. It's free money. That's why it is for Corey. It's free money. Free money. They don't even want you betting that shit on their platform. Free money. Hey, what's up, Tyler? What's up, man? You'll be seeing this all weekend if you were hanging out with me in Michigan. Bills Mafia. It's one of them weekends, baby. Problem with Chelsea is which Chelsea team going to show up, the good or the bad? Yep. I know a lot of people got burned midweek. A lot of people just did both teams to score against Middlesbrough versus Chelsea in that EFL Cup. And obviously, that didn't come through. I mean, Chelsea didn't score a goal, lost 1-0. I know. I can't. That's why I like Fulham plus 1.5. Fulham plus 1.5 is what I like. Just look at what they did against Liverpool. That would have covered that spread. They lose 2-1. Well, that's fine. I got a Fulham plus 1.5 in that game. I like Fulham plus 1.5. I think I want to do Fulham plus 1.5 parlay with Man City money line is what I'm thinking I'm going to do on Saturday. Fulham ain't getting blown out. It's not happening. It's not happening. I love Marco Silva and what he does over there. I like watching Fulham. They're fun to watch. Chelsea, shit, they could blow you out of the water, though, to your point. If the good or the bad, they could blow you out. So, took the Steelers plus 10 because the game will be wild weather. Yeah, I'm seeing 60 wind, big snowstorm. That's why I probably at the end of the day, unless I wake up Sunday and the weather's changed, I will take a stab at that Josh Allen passing prop. But if not, I'll just say, you know what? They're the better team. They're both playing in the same conditions. I'll just take the better team and just hope the Bills can obviously get the win and stay away. But I really want to add Josh Allen. Hopefully the weather can change because I think he'll throw for a couple touchdowns. I think he will. I think they can cover. I can see the Steelers like having 10 points and the Bills getting mid-20s. I can see them covering it pretty easy. Steelers aren't that good. It's really hard to do player props this time of year. I mean, I only did that one for Jerome Ford, and no big surprise when you go look at the stats. I was actually kind of surprised when I saw the Texans. It'd be like that week and something because most of the times when you look at these stats, past couple of days, playoff teams don't suck at much. You know what I mean? There's a reason they're in the playoffs. So to find the Texans, basically in the bottom 10 of rush or in the bottom 10 of pass defense and a good rush defense. Yeah, I had to go right at Jerome Ford. Missed it easily a couple weeks ago. Hell, we had extra 20 yards to play with. That's how easy he stayed under. So I like it. Under seem to hit after breaks, internationals, and winter. Oh, so you're talking about the Bundesliga then? So you're talking about laying off. That's why I'm kind of laying off the Bundesliga, coming off their winter break. I hear you there. Damn autocorrect. Did a bet on the hit yesterday? It was a hockey player. There you go. Nice. What are you doing, Paul? You doing Bayern Hoffenheim? Are you gonna be like me and maybe try and lie? I hope the hell Bayern is on it, but because of maybe the rust that Corey talks about coming off a break, that they're a little rusty, and then we can get a good plus money price around 25, 30 minute, and that'll be an official play if we get that scenario. Again, you got to be watching. You got to like what you see with your eyes. But if Bayern's on it and just missing the back of the net, I'll even if it's 15 minutes, I don't give a shit. They're gonna have all the ball. This is a home game in Munich. They'll have all the ball. So if you're telling me it's only down to 15 minutes, great. Bayern will have the ball for 12 of that 15 minutes. So yeah, I hope I can get in a live bet there. Raul Jimenez is fine in the back of the net. He is. Most definitely is. Most definitely. All right, first bet the first game over 1.5 total games, first half. Book it. These guys are going to be ready. It is an over league, so I hear you when you say F the rust. I hear you. What are you getting on that price? Because even the over, they make you go all the way to 4.5. I'm curious what that 1.5 is, because if they want you to go to 4.5 on a full game over, a lot of times we take these 1.5s in the first half and we're getting them at good plus money. You got that one today at plus 155, but that can't be the case today. Yeah, it's minus 165. Like, I'm not paying minus 165 for a first half over. I'm not paying minus 65 for a lot of overs in soccer. But I hear you, Pat. Or Paul. Sorry. Paul, I hear you. I hear you, man. I'm going to hope to live bet it. I'm hoping it's 0-0 around 25, 30 minute, and I'm going to live bet the over. That's where I'm at, Paul. But, yeah, this whole game is juicy. I mean, Bayern halftime, full times, like minus 200, team total goals, you got to go all the way to over 3.5. I'm not going to say that Bayern gets 4 goals. The head-to-head guys, for whatever reason, Some teams just, hook up. I mean, the head-to-head is 1-1, 0-2, 1-1. And then you get a couple 4-0s, 4-1s. But the last three have all cashed under 2.5. I don't know. I'm hoping to live bet it. That's my plan, Paul. Good luck, my man. Good luck. I'm all in it for goals, though. Parlay piece. That makes sense. Live and get it all in, Paul. I love it. Get it all in. If you want to parlay it with something, stats like Luton on the double chance, but the head-to-head, Burnley have dominated the head-to-head. Like at Burnley, it's like Burnley's double chance in the last like 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the last 7, it's been Burnley double chance. But if you go look up the stats, like this season stat, you would like Luton on the double chance. So obviously you couldn't make that play. Luton on the double chance is actually at plus money at plus 120, but for whatever reason, this head-to-head has been dominated by Burnley. So kind of like goals. Maybe you parlay your first half over with an over 1.5 in Burnley-Luton because the juice on that can't be terrible. And then if you need another juice reducer, Sevilla's in action in La Liga, and you can just take like under 4.5 and be safe in a Sevilla game. So you know how that goes. Trying to look here else. Let's see what that is. Now you got me interested, Paul. First half over. If you parlay that with over 1.5 in Burnley-Luton. Plus 106. 2 goals to be scored in the first half of Munich-Hoffenheim. 2 goals total in Burnley-Luton. Plus 106. Not price shopping. I'm sticking to the live play in Byron. Do we think both teams will score for Burnley? Yeah, I think if I'm betting that, if I was able to pull the trigger, I would just do the over 2.5 because it's at minus 110. But I definitely think both teams are going to contribute to an over. What is that, Burnley? What's both teams to score? Minus 129? Sure. Sign me up. There you go. Both teams to score. Burnley, Luton. First half over 1.5. You got yourself a good play there. I think that hits. Hit a 2-1 game last time in the reverse fixture. And don't think Burnley gets better at home either. Burnley's had 10 home matches. They've got 1 win and 9 losses. Like Burnley's not one of these teams when you look up their stats where like they get this home bump at Turf Moor. They don't get any bump when they go to Turf Moor. 10 matches, 1 win, 9 losses. That's why I like Luton on the double chance. Luton, we've seen them lately, like against Arsenal, against Man City. Hell, against Man United, they lost 1-0 at Old Trafford. Like, Luton have been impressive. I like Luton on the double chance, but some reason, the head-to-head, Burnley's been whipping their ass. And if the head-to-head wasn't so one-sided, I'd be on Luton double chance today. I'd be on Luton double chance if that one head-to-head wasn't so... What shit? What league is that? That looks Turkish. But there's no Turkey league today. I already know that. What the hell league is that? What league is that, Paul? What league is that? All right. Hold on. Goztepe. The fuck are these guys? TFF League? The hell is that? Yeah, it is Turkish. They played today at 11 a.m. Why didn't I? It's they're not in this Turkish Super League. They're in a league below the Turkish Super League. So they're in. Oh boy. They're in League One. All right, let's see. Ooh. That seems sweaty, my man. Neither of these two teams even allow a goal per game. Both of these teams are pretty damn good defensive. Yeah. They allow 2.2 goals. And when they go on the way, it drops to 2. I don't know about that. That game smells like an under. I understand you're only asking for over 1.5, but I'm definitely not doing League 2 in Turkey. I just started getting into Turkey in general. in the Super League. Definitely not dabbling in league in Division 2 in Turkey, but I kind of just briefly looking at that. I don't like an over in that game. Yeah, I'd add Fulham before. I'd add Fulham 1.5. Fulham plus 1.5. Oh, what did Corey say? I missed it. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. Let's just bet both sides of the NBA game that the teams will be... Yeah, you ought to just take the alt spread, right? That one game yesterday was by 62 that you sent me. 62. And then the other game, the Bucks, which I told you guys don't F around with that Bucks game because the Celtics were going to get blown out. That one was even like a ridiculous 30. NBA, man. Garbage league. Absolute garbage league. Lose by 62 points. That doesn't even happen. Like, you're literally quitting. And you obviously quit way early. I can't put my money behind crap like that. As the time of the soccer pit gets deeper, that's right. What rabbit hole can we go down next? We're in League 2 in Turkey. I love it. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Paul. I hear it. Hey, I'm not hating. I just gave you my opinion. I don't hate. I'm not hating. I just gave you a quick opinion on looking on the surface for half a minute. Not hating, Paul. I'm supporting you, man. I'm here to take down the bookies, man. I'm here to support and help. I'm here for you, man. Let's get it. Oh boy, here we go. Here's the Mexican League. Starts back today. Oh boy, here we go. All right, let's look this one up and then we'll call it a day. You guys got me. I like this. Got fired up today. Fired up. All right, Mexico League. Who we got? Here we go. Oh, you mean starts back up? Yeah, there are no stats. This is like start. I thought you meant like starts back up, like, you know, coming off a winter break. No. This is start back up of new. So it's hard to do any research there. So that was a quick one. Don't have to do any research. Good luck, Adrian. Maybe that game be as boring as you predict. All right, guys. Bayern Hoffenheim is at 1:30 kickoff. I don't really care what lineups are. Bayern's going to roll out all the ballers, so we don't need to see lineups. So just kind of that puts it around, 1:55, 2 p.m. Central Time. We should be starting to get into around plus money. If the game is 0-0 around minute 25, 30, should be getting in about a plus money, first half over 0.5. So I would say, stay tuned on to Twitter. If we go ahead and pull the trigger on that, that's how I want to get in on Bayern versus Hoffenheim. That's how I want to go. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Eastern European country. Dude, don't tease me. I know we were all during COVID doing the KBO and all the other wild shit that we were doing during those COVID times. I was right there with you guys. I told you guys I had to stop doing KBO because I wasn't sleeping at all. We got Jared Mayo in New England. We got Ian Rappaport tweeting about the Bills. Gabe Davis has been ruled out. A big loss for Buffalo. Not really. I mean, he's a good run blocker, but they got other wide receivers. Taylor Rapp also ruled out. He said he made the game's biggest play last week. Well, I disagree with that. And then you got the beat reporter saying they've heard nothing about a potential change of date, time. Let the boys play in snow. Hell, the fans want it. Players want it. We want it. Let's go. Don't even ruin the snow game. I'm here for it. Here for it. All right. Well, let me say it while I'm looking at prices. I like the Fulham plus 1.5, but I believe it's a parlay piece. Let me check. Yeah, it's minus 200. If I was to try and keep it to a single play without a parlay, I'd probably do both teams to score in over 2.5. I like Fulham. And Chelsea you can get at Chelsea. Simply put, you can get at Chelsea. So if I'm doing a single, I'm doing a both teams to score in over 2.5. If I'm okay with the parlay, I like Fulham plus 1.5. I like Fulham in a goal and a half. Yeah, apparently it was in the contract or whatever. I don't know. Sounds fishy. Oh, it's Everton versus Villa. Oh yeah, that's right. It's United versus Tottenham. I knew that. Not Everton, United. Can't wait to see how United gets battered by another top team. So that'll be fun. That'll get me fired up before I watch Bills Mafia. I get to watch United get battered by Tottenham. Okay, cool. Fun. Although no Son, maybe we don't get battered too much. Although Timo Werner comes in, scores a hat trick on his Premier League return, and then after he gets his debut hat trick, then he goes ice cold like he did for Chelsea and misses every point blank chance you can give him. He'll tease you at the beginning. He'll give you this beautiful, brace performance on Sunday against United, and then just go back to awfulness. All right, guys, there's a lot of bets there on the screen. Go ahead and take that screenshot. We've also got a lot of arbitrage. We've got a lot of free bets, so get it there on Twitter. The bets, the free bets, the actual bets, putting actual real units will continue to just come out over the course of the weekend over there on Twitter. Consider Allen rushing yards. We had that question brought up by Tyler. I believe, on Tuesday's show. It was at 35 when Tyler brought it up. I looked at the stats and was like, stats perspective, don't love it. I think game plan certainly loves it. And I think everybody is agreeing with Tyler that he's going to be rushing because last time I looked, it's still at 37.5. So it's gone up 2 yards since Tyler asked on Tuesday. I'm not doing any player props before, man. We've literally sat here every day and the weather prediction for Buffalo has changed. Everybody remembers the conversation with Taylor the other day. I would just wait, and it's coming off the lake, and the weather patterns can change. So maybe if the weather looks rough on Sunday, his play is good. If the weather's good enough, I like his passing because Steelers have a great rush defense. You're not going to rush on Mike Tomlin and Cam Hayward and the boys. It's not going to happen. So I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, Tim. Stats don't love it, though. I'll just tell you that. I remember that from looking it up the other day. 14 parlay. Over 1.5 goals in each of those 2 games. So the Turkish League, the Burnley game, Byron your first half over. Fulham, give me a goal in each half, plus 327. Let's get it, Paul. I'll come along for the ride after the show. I'll screenshot it and come along. All right, boys, that's how we're shaping up to do money-making weekend. Only a couple plays as of now for today, and it's in the championship. Hull versus Norwich over 2.5 and both teams to score. And I'm going to do the first half over 1.5, hoping to add Byron Hoffenheim to it at around the 25th, 30 minute if we can get a good plus money price. Otherwise, again, like I said, fellas, just stay tuned on Twitter. We'll crank out the bets over the course of the rest of the weekend, and I'll let you guys know Monday morning if we've gotten a babysitter and we can hang out and talk about the weekend and all the fun that we had. All right, guys, stay warm. Have a great weekend. Enjoy the snow if you're getting any in your area. Enjoy the weekend. NFL playoffs. Good luck to your team, unless, of course, they're the Pittsburgh Steelers. If they can go F themselves, hopefully they lose. And we'll see you guys back here on Monday. Have a good one, boys.